This week, President Biden seemed to up the pressure on Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu. And this all comes as the CIA Director, Bill Burns, is headed to the region this weekend. Joining me now to talk about it all, Face the Nation moderator Margaret Brennan. What is the latest over there?
Well, Sunday is the day that hostage talks are set to resume, with the CIA director, as you mentioned, going to Cairo to really try to press for some kind of breakthrough deal on what will be the 6-month mark since the war began, since those hostages were abducted by Hamas and other terror groups. We're going to have the mother of one of those hostages, Hirsch Goldberg-Polin, on the program to talk to her about what they are hearing. Those hostage families are expected to be at the White House on Monday. And we know that the backdrop to this is a growing diplomatic rift between the United States and Israel, with the Netanyahu government specifically the problem here because of their handling of humanitarian aid and up to this point unwillingness to go ahead with what the Biden administration has asked for in terms of allowing in more trucks and delivery of aid to avoid this famine and these famine-like conditions, particularly in northern Gaza. We're going to be bringing you the latest on this with two of the aid groups on the ground to see if there is a difference since that tough phone call, and bring you the latest from John Kirby, the White House National Security Council communications director.
All right. Well, that is going to be interesting. So much conflicting information right now about the aid getting into that area. Looking forward to that. Closer to home, of course, Congress returning next week from a 2-week break. They have a full agenda, including what to do about funding for Ukraine's war against Russia and how to shore up Baltimore's economy after the bridge collapse. So big variety there. Can we expect any progress?
Well, this is just it. Congress is only now coming back to work on April the 9th. They will have about 2 weeks or less of work and then go on break again. And in that short amount of time, they have a lot of things to get done on the national security front, as you mentioned, and then on this emergency that just happened last week in the state of Maryland. We're going to speak to the governor of Maryland, Wes Moore, about whether this key artery, particularly for the automotive industry and transit of U.S. vehicles through that waterway, when it will be reopened, when it will be rebuilt, understand why they're asking the federal government and U.S. taxpayers to pay for it, and when that money might come, along with all these other key national security issues that are so pressing and so timely. It is not clear what the timeline is here. French Hill, a key Republican in the House, will join us. Senator Chris Van Hollen, a leading Democratic voice, will also join us.
All right, Margaret, thanks for that. And of course, you can watch Face the Nation on Sunday morning on KPIX.